High-paying jobs pull thousands of new workers into Silicon Valley every single year, creating a brutal math problem, an intense economic demand for ownership housing crashing into a severely restricted supply. City planners in Sunnyvale want to build more housing to meet that demand, but they face a geographical wall. The city is landlocked, and the map is entirely built out. There is zero empty dirt left to develop. This creates a difficult dilemma for pro-housing advocates. How do you add significant new housing capacity to a city without bulldozing the established neighborhoods that already exist? Architects are scouring the map for obsolete pockets of concrete, warehouses and parking lots hidden within the city fabric, and repurposing them through a strategy called infill development. If the city's population needs to grow, but the borders can no longer expand outward, growth has to happen by systematically building inward. The primary targets for reclaiming space are often aging single-story industrial sites and warehousing lots that sit largely idle in the middle of a modern residential hub. Take the proposed project at 845 Stewart Drive. Currently, it's an aging industrial building occupying less than 3/4 of an acre. Looking at this elevation drawing, we see the proposed solution, replacing the industrial shell with a multi-family structure. By utilizing shared walls and pushing the footprint vertically to 3 stories, the design squeezes 15 for-sale townhomes onto a single sub-acre lot. This reclamation converts a single-purpose industrial shell into a high-density residential footprint, adding homes to the local supply by utilizing land that was previously locked away behind warehouse walls. The next major targets for the infill are underperforming or entirely defunct commercial strips. This rendering of 444 Old San Francisco Road shows exactly how this works in practice. An existing commercial property is being entirely cleared out to make way for 27 new townhomes. Moving closer to major transit corridors, the scale naturally increases. This perspective rendering at 245 West Waddell Drive pushes up to 5 stories to deliver 42 residential units. Planners prioritize this mid-rise density precisely because it sits directly on primary commuter routes. Converting dying commercial lots is an economic pivot. It ensures that valuable land actively serves the local workforce. Perhaps the hardest part of infill is what we can call micro-insertions, the task of dropping multi-unit housing directly into older, established single-family blocks. Look at this aerial rendering of 102 East Fremont Avenue. It demonstrates how a small, awkward parcel nestled right next to a gas station can be organized to hold 11 new townhomes. Similarly, this view of 640 Lake Haven Drive illustrates how an otherwise standard residential lot can be carefully subdivided to cluster 18 individual homes along a central pathway. Integrating into diverse neighborhoods requires flexible architecture. The modern butterfly roofs proposed for South Wolf Road strike a very different visual profile than the red-tiled Mediterranean styling at Carroll Street. By adopting the warm stucco and red clay trim already prevalent in the surrounding area, the 16-unit complex manages to camouflage its density. These small-scale insertions succeed by adding vital ownership opportunities while respecting the visual rhythm of the established street. When you remove the labels and addresses, the total scale of Sunnyvale's strategies starts to aggregate. 11 units here, 15 there, 18, 27, 42. These scattered micro-projects steadily compound into hundreds of new homes. This distributed approach spreads new capacity across dozens of small sites, integrating into the existing grid more fluidly than a single massive high-rise project. Functional pro-housing policy doesn't always look like a skyline of cranes. Often it is quiet, localized, and practically invisible from a few streets away. Sunnyvale demonstrates the solution to a built-out valley isn't found on the horizon, but in the optimization of the land already under our feet.